Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to another music reaction. And welcome to 2022. Happy New Year! Hope you're all doing well and you had a great end of 2021. Today, I'm going to be checking out another performance, another music video from BTS. So, a couple things before we jump into this. First, I want to say a big thank you to all of you guys from the BTS community who have come to the channel, who watched my first reaction and left kind and supportive or informative comments, suggestions for other reactions, for just being welcoming, for trying to help me out with stuff. I do want to mention, because I know a lot of you guys may have been new to my channel, with that being the first reaction of mine or anything of mine that you had a chance to check out. Sometimes I don't really get the opportunity to go back and respond to people's comments as much as I'd like to. I do deal with a lot of serious chronic health issues, which unfortunately takes up a ton of my time and energy, so it gets kind of difficult, especially like right away. But I do always try to go back and read the comments. So even if you don't necessarily see me responding back, I am going to read what you say, so please do keep those comments coming. I do appreciate them and all the suggestions. And going forward, I would like even more BTS recommendations from you guys. You did say to me that they have a lot of different musical styles that they pull off of in their different pieces, and so they don't fit into one like particular bubble, which I'm excited for. And then the one other thing I just wanted to touch upon quickly, I did see, and I appreciate you guys trying to help me out, some people in the comments mentioning that BTS is not going to end up blocking or copyright claiming my videos, so I don't necessarily have to cut out certain parts, and I don't have to use filters, blur, or like make the video more transparent or anything along those lines. And I appreciate you guys trying to help me out with that, but I will just say, and I did do a community post about this as well that you may have read, that's not my experience. And I do get this, like a lot of people will say, with other bands as well. I heard this with Blackpink and Dreamcatcher. I've heard it with also not Korean groups as well. Other groups, Baby Metal, Nightwish. Like a lot of people will say that they aren't going to copyright claim or block your videos or anything along those lines. But that's not my experience. Like if I am ever uploading a video to YouTube and it has filtering, it has filters, it has pieces cut, it has something across it that's modified the screen in some way so you can't fully see it. I only do that if the videos have already been copyright claimed or blocked. So unfortunately, I know a lot of times, sadly, the group is in favor of reaction videos. Like the actual artists themselves are supportive of it and their community, and they love it and they want you to do these things. But sadly, it's not all in their hands. You know, there's record labels, there's the production companies for the music videos, and so yeah, corporate decision making, basically they don't get to make all the choices a lot of the time. So I do apologize if it makes it harder for you guys to see some things, but it is, sadly, it's what I end up having to do. And another sad thing is that YouTube isn't really consistent in terms of copyright claims, copyright blocks, strikes, anything along those lines. You might have one reactor who has no problem getting something uploaded with no filters, no pauses, nothing cut, anything at all, and they are reacting. And then you have somebody who does the exact same one and gets a copyright strike. So, and there isn't really any sort of way of knowing until you do it. So, and it's very kind of scary. So I do apologize. But sometimes it is just kind of what we have to do, you know? And I hope you guys won't mind too much and you'll still come along on the ride with me. All right, so now that I've talked way too much at the beginning of this video about my own things, we are going to be listening to Mic Drop, okay, with Steve Aoki. So, I'm excited. Like, this is one that you guys said is very different stylistically from Black Swan. So, yeah, I'm just curious to see what they're going to bring to the table here. So, let's check it out together. Here we go. Here we go. Wait. Was that from the Dark Knight? Never mind. Okay. Yes, already it sounds very different. Okay, the aesthetic is completely different so far. Okay, okay.
Yeah. 누가 내 수저 더럽대 I don't care 마이크 잡은 금 수저 여러 배 버럭해 잠못 익은 것들 새끼 여러 개 거두벌 씹어 죽겠어 Hey 거두개 Work business 핵심 섭외 일스니 매진 많지 않지 이 클래스 같이 많기 종향의 악진 반칙 마이크 번지 black 전진 난 알 것 같았겠지만 I'm flying sorry 미안해 billboard 미안해 worldwide 아들이 너무 잘 나가서 미안해 엄마 대신해줘 네가 못하켜줘 우리 콘서트 절대 없어 hold
Is this kind of like a, hey, look at me, fuck you to the haters? It seems like that's what it is. Woo! Yep, haters. Yes, it literally, okay, this song is literally, it's like a mic drop. Flexin'. Oh my god! Woo, okay, I like that dance move. This is pretty cool, the transition from the burning of them to like the next day in the black and white. Oh, I like this part too. More of a, like a... like the musical cathartic part. I like that line. Oh my god. Okay, that was sick. That what? Okay, alright, okay. First of all, yes. Completely different from my experience watching Black Swan. You guys said that I was going to go in and check out their different songs and it was going to be like completely different musical styles at them. And you were 100% correct, because this was completely different in pretty much every way. In terms of the type of song itself, what type of, you know, singing is involved, what type of lyrics are involved, you know, going from something more melodic to something much more, not just rap focused, but very much driven by a particular driving beat. Um, the dancing, of course, completely different style of dancing altogether. Like, not even. If you just listen to these two songs, I feel like, without knowing anything about who was doing it, you probably wouldn't just assume that they were the same group. Is kind of what I'm trying to get at, which is awesome. It's amazing because it shows the versatility of their skills, how talented they are. Yeah. This was kind of a badass song, right? And I had the translation of the lyrics up while I was watching, but it is the YouTube translation feature, which I try to use myself sometimes too, for my videos. But I think we all know is kind of like it's linked to Google Translate, so it's spotty sometimes. We'll just say that it's spotty sometimes. But I think I'm interpreting this correctly, is that song is kind of like a hey, screw you, look at me now, to haters, to people that talked down to them or disrespected them or didn't believe in them. And it sounded like even at the beginning they were even talking about, like family, like when you were young, the people that didn't support you, that were upset about what you were doing, didn't have confidence in your abilities. And it's kind of like, hey, look at me now, hello. I've got all these different awards. Look at my clothes. Look at how I'm dressed. Look, oh, you want the money now, right? I don't think so. Oh, now you want to be seen with me. Yeah. So in that way, it kind of reminds me of the first Blackpink song that I listened to, which was actually also my first K-pop experience, which was How You Like That. Just thematically, it kind of reminds me of that in the point. But yeah. That was pretty awesome. It makes sense to me that it's named Mic Drop, of course, because that seems like it's literally the point of the song, is a mic drop, right? But I do also like, in addition to the fact that they weren't just basically saying, screw you, haters, you were wrong, look at me now, I'm shoving it in your face. It wasn't just that, because near the end, they have a more melodic sort of singing part, where the lyrics are changing more towards, and I don't even want your apology, I don't actually need you anymore. I don't care about what you think about me anymore. This is kind of like the look at me now, the mic drop part is kind of like the last hurrah in terms of ever even thinking about those people that disrespect them or didn't actually support them in any way. It's kind of the cathartic release of, this is the end. I'm letting you go and letting go of my bad feelings, and now I don't even want your apology. I don't even want to think about you anymore. Now I'm just happy and successful, and I'm going to just focus on that and do my thing, which is really actually a very positive message, and something, it's like a really strong and positive spin on one of these screw the haters songs to end in that way. So I really liked that as well. Aesthetically also, it was visually completely different from the music video and from what they put together for Black Swan. Of course, the setting, so you go from a classic ballet theater studio environment with spotlights and murals on the wall, and they were all dressed in very clean lines, a lot of tight-fitting black. And then here, is very modern, very stark, very empty. Was that one setting? Was that from The Dark Knight? Because it looks like the room from The Dark Knight. So you guys will have to let me know. But that's what it looked like. And then, of course, their clothing very much more fits along those lines. Yeah, so I just also think it's interesting how they can adapt these different styles, not just in terms of their actual vocals, not just in terms of the lyrics and the dancing, but also aesthetically when they're putting together a music video. It's really awesome. It's so, yeah, I thought this was fantastic. I definitely want to continue checking out more from them. Like I said, I'm really impressed by the difference between Black Swan and Mic Drop, and they're both fantastic in very different ways. So yeah, please keep the recommendations coming. Let me know what else of theirs I should check out next. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.